The bigger picture of consciousness levels and the reason to ascend in consciousness is so that you don't get stuck in the recycling machine after you die. You don't get stuck in the astral realm that recycles you back to the earth realm. I'm going to show you this image and I want you to take a look at it. Notice the recycling symbol between the green earth realm and the higher spheres. The idea is to ascend to higher spheres, then you don't have to come back. I believe that if your heart is light as a feather, not burdened by unresolved issues, when you die, you can ascend to increasingly higher levels of consciousness or higher levels of heaven instead of coming back over and over again because you didn't learn the lesson. And from this perspective, you understand that reincarnation is undesirable. From this viewpoint, you don't want reincarnation, you want ascension. Now, there are conspiracists, as they're called, and Gnostics, who claim that the beautiful realms that you see in the afterlife, the beautiful temptations, are heaven counterfeits, and they're set up on the astral realm so that a soul is seduced by them and then soon recycled back into a new body for so-called energy harvesting. Now that sounds really scary, and I don't know if that's true or not, but if it were true, it would not be true in the higher realms. That is for sure. I've developed enough discernment to learn that. If that is true, if this kind of deception takes place, it would only take place on the astral realm, because above that realm, deception isn't even possible or desirable. Esotericists have always said that these are the realms that you can ascend through. Let's have a look at the picture. You got the astral realm, and then the so-called causal realm, and then the mental realm, as they call it, the etheric realm, and finally, the true spiritual realm. And they also say you have a corresponding body in each. Right now, you have a version in each of these realms, on top of everything else. They also name the primary colors of each realm. That's why on Earth you see mostly green. You live in a green realm everywhere you go, except the places that have been desertified through disasters, have become desert through disasters. Everywhere else you see green. When you see green, you know you're on Earth. They say that in other places, other realms, green is very rare. So green is a defining characteristic of this home right here, which is not actually your real home. Your real home is the yellow realm, the spiritual realm. It is said that on the astral realm, the primary color is different shades of red. And that goes from lower astral, which is dark red and crimson red, to the higher astral realm, which is a beautiful pink haze everywhere. So if you ever have a dream at night, or you leave your body, or lucid dream even, and you see this pink haze everywhere, you're probably on the astral realm. Likewise, if you leave your body, you die, and it looks pinkish everywhere, you need to ascend higher. That's your clue. Now, is this true or not? Well, I've seen it. I've seen the pink haze. I've seen the red realm. And my guess is that it's true from what I've seen. The next realm is orange, which is much further along. They call it the causal realm. It is here supposedly that worlds are caused, are created. It's an area of creative power, but you're still not home. Keep going. The next level is blue, and this is reported by many so-called enlightened sages. They reach the big blue. There's even a movie called The Big Blue that is based on this realm. In reality, they don't tell you that, but actually it's based on this realm. And the blue realm is not the final destination, even though it feels like it, because it feels like pure bliss. In the levels of energy scale, it is the bliss level. And if you meditate on the color blue, eventually you start feeling not blue, because in our world that means something sad, but it's not actually sad. Blue is pure bliss. That's why we say it happened out of the blue, suddenly, miraculously, unexpectedly. Or it happens only once in a blue moon. There's a lot of interesting sayings that use the word blue. And then shortly before you reach the gates of heaven, the final stage of a soul's way back home, you could also see it as the soul's development, but it's actually a way back to source, is purple. Shortly before the gates, things go purple. And don't stay stuck in purple. Don't stay stuck knocking on the gates of heaven. Go up to the light. Go up to yellow. Go up to gold. Go up to white. If you're surrounded by this bright white light, or by gold, or by yellow, you're going in the right direction. And I made this video just to tell you this fact, so that when you pass away, you remember that I told you. Now, I've written a lot about my experiences in other realms, but I can't say if these are the exact distinctions and classifications. But I do know that the separation into different densities is correct. It's all about densities. So I recommend, do not recycle, ascend.